Good morning. My name is Sharon Benner. Many of you know me as wife to George, mom to Brandy and Kylie, and 5 other wonderful children you don't get to see often. You know me as friend, a sister in Christ, but God knows me as his daughter, and he knows each and every one of you as his beloved children. He is awesome, and we have been talking about how awesome God is and the different ways in which we can worship him, and I'm here to talk to you about one of those ways that we can worship him. As Wendy mentioned, our church family is hosting prayer groups to prepare for New Together. My journey with the prayer groups simultaneously started with breaking my hand, and we could talk about this fun contraption later. It's interesting. God was teaching me a lot about patience through this journey, and having the prayer groups was a wonderful thing for me personally. I didn't grow up in a church, or I grew up in kind of a different type of church. I didn't know how to pray. I didn't learn how to pray until I was in my early 30s, and that's when I accepted Jesus into my life. I never knew what a personal relationship with Jesus was like until that time, and I have relished learning how to pray and that I can pray to him anytime and anywhere. I've really enjoyed these times of prayer in the homes of my church family, and my own personal prayer life has become a lot more fruitful as a result of it. My priorities have shifted, and while I still want to get running in the morning, my time with the Lord is more important to me now. So let me tell you what you'll find at these prayer groups. You will find love. You will find no judgment. You will find no pressure. You don't have to pray out loud, but you get to if you unhinder yourself before the Lord. You have all been prayed for at these prayer groups. We need to be ready for what God is going to do at New Together, and each day leading up to it and beyond. God is using these prayer times. We've seen it happen, seen things happening at church. He's using them to strengthen our own personal relationships with him, and he's getting us prepared to be his hands and his feet and his heart in our community. He will strengthen us as a body of believers, and we will accomplish his work as we humble ourselves to his will. Last week, we were honored to host one of the prayer gatherings in our own home, and the verse for the week at that time was 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. We need to humble ourselves before God. Francis Chan has said that humility is coming before God with a proper understanding of his greatness. This is the key to improving one's prayer life and developing a deeper and more intimate relationship with God. Our focus is coming together as one body in unity for God's work to be done. This is the church being the fullness of Christ. We would truly be able to see the power of God when we ask and receive because we are asking with the right hearts, seeking his face and his will. Jesus says in Matthew 18, verses 19 and 20, "Again, truly I tell you that if 2 of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." Pardon my notes. So I really urge you to make these prayer times a priority in your life. I guarantee that you will walk away being blessed. Don't miss out on that blessing of sweet communion with God and your church family. Believe and claim that God will do many awesome things during New Together in our own hearts, in the hearts of our church family, and in the hearts of our community. Billy Graham said when reflecting on his life that if there was one thing he could have done differently, it would have been to pray more. So let's overwhelm these homes, standing room only. Let's gather together for prayer. Let's humble ourselves before our awesome God. And let's claim miracles in our community as one body together in faith. I hope to see you there. Thank you.